I was to remain available to them whenever they called, Monday through Friday, and even Saturdays and Sundays. The constituents of the other commissioners have also called me to help them, but I refused them back to their own commission. I worked to help compound the crossing guards pay raise, the first pay raise in 25 years. The board has been working on a immaculate study for nearly 25 years. I pushed it complete in 6 months. I worked to have new transit buses put online with CCT through eliminating the cost expense of repairs. You may recall the very sad event of the murder of Miss Jane Curran and her 2 daughters, Isabel, 19 years old, Annette, 15 years old, who have been I immediately offered my service when I couldn't get satisfaction at the local level. I called the White House and left a message for President Bush. He called me back within an hour, explaining the help I need. The president obliged me to put me in touch with one of his aides, and together with the State Department, we was able to cut through lots of red tape so that Miss Curry and her daughters could return to Kenya. Of course, I had the help of churches. Those congregations raised the money to fly women back home. People kept telling me to send out press releases about the president helping me, but I didn't. I have learned that if I don't toot my own horn, others will. And the truth they blow won't necessarily be likely. I've been accused of making racial remarks that was taken out of context and misspoke. A lot of people have misspoken sometimes. That has been happening a lot in this campaigning year. I've never, and not now erased the greatest challenge of blacks and whites, in my opinion, is to have the strength to love each other, despite the manipulation that used against us. I am a simple woman. I am detached and not particularly artistic to suit some people, but I wasn't elected as a slick communicator who people won't be able to trust. Even if I spoke perfect English, there will still be people who will misinterpret my words. We all know for the 7 years, President Bush has been rhythm, assaulted, and accused of being artistic. I guess I could be worse. Company. My first year in public office has taught me that no matter how well artistic a person may be, there will always be someone, some group who wants you gone and out of their way. Often because they can't manipulate you or use you to their advantage. I will be hiring a public relations person to be paid for with my own personal money, not with the county or campaigning funds. A person who will have the time and who can handle the game of pursuing words much better than I can. I'm much too busy taking care of my constituents' needs and problems. We will be listed website to keep all constituents and the media informed. I will have news about things you need to know and announcements and dates of town hall meetings that will continue to hold for everyone information and benefits. I ask that you please print this statement and its entire in the spirit of integrity and fairness. I would like to apologize for the ones that I have offended in my speech at Pleasant Grove. Thank you so much.
Commissioner, can you identify who the people are in the county that said that you got law trying to essentially get you out of office that you were made in remarks about?
No comments.
Are you saying that you spoke with President Bush on the telephone?
Did the president call you personally?
That's cool.
Mr. Rose, how did you hook up with Commissioner?
I had received a phone call from some bus operators where they felt that certain buses in her district were not fairly up to par. So I decided to investigate it. I did call a meeting with Mr. Owens with the intent to start changing on the relationship between Ms. Kesting and the chair. And again, she apologized. We do apologize. And I hope that we can move on. But it's been frustration for a while. We know that. So hopefully that this thing can blow over. We're going to continue to support her. It's not easy being the first African American lady that made history here in Cobb County. I look at the Cab, Clayton, Fulton. There's a lot of African Americans in office, but here in Cobb County, there's only a few. So we're going to start making some change here in Cobb County. We're going to start with this case.
That's pretty bold. So are you advising her kind of right now?
Just talking to her behind the scenes.
Okay.
That I don't know right now, but I would tell her that continue to live your dream. Everyone goes through something. All politicians have skeletons in their closets. We all know that. So I'm going to ask her to continue to move on. We're going to continue to pray for her, and give her guidance and make sure that she can be the best kind of commissioner that she can be what she has been so far.
Rose, can you comment, when was this meeting with Sam Owens, and can you talk about more of the content of that meeting?
It was about 6 months ago. It was about 6 months ago, and it was emails going back and forth, and he also mentioned that they was interested in bringing tasers here to Cobb County. And he did say, Mr. Rose, once that do happen, I'll make sure I will get in contact with you, because if something happened somewhere in Cobb County, you're going to be the first one giving me a call. So I did build a relationship with him, but again, this has been the frustration on Ms. Kesting. Again, she's a good person, and again, she apologized. Things do happen out of frustration. When something builds up so much in you, you have to let go. But at the same time, I love her as a sister, and she's going to continue to move on and be the county commissioner.
Who are the people trying to force her out?
That I don't know. But I know plenty of emails has been coming.
Can I ask one more question? Her constituents. At her first town hall meeting after she was elected, the new order caused kind of a ruckus at her town hall meeting, or is that just rumor? Is it true that that happened?
When you say ruckus, what do you mean?
Well, y'all weren't very pleased with her at her first town hall meeting, in my memory, from what I recall.
Well, I mean...
So what's changed?
Once again, that's how you establish a relationship. It takes time to establish a relationship. We didn't know her, she didn't know us, but over time we established a relationship with her. That's all we're trying to do is help her. Anyone that's trying to better themselves in the community, whether they're black or white, we want to support them. It's about equal rights for all people, not some people. It's for all people, poor, rich, it doesn't matter. If you've been discriminated against, we're going to be there to help you regardless of what color you are. Doesn't make no difference. All of us have been discriminated some way, somehow, sometime.
Rose, we know who you are. Can you two other gentlemen identify themselves?
This is Minister Howard, who's my personal advisor, and Mr. Leon Blue, who's my legal researcher.
Both members of New Order.
Could you all spell your next one?
My name is Gerald, last name Rose, R-O-S-E. Founder and CEO of New Order Human Rights Organization. We do have a website. It's www.neworderhr.org. CEO said, the advisor also.
And a member of New Order.
Yes, New Order.
Okay. My name is Leon Bruce. I'm the legal reporter of legal research. Excuse me, ma'am. To answer your question, that was actually me that you were referring to.
Was that you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it wasn't Rutgers. It was a question of her constituents who supported her in office who were asking for more email communication.
Okay.
It may have came across the wrong way.
I just read about it.
We did that for all the commissioners, not just her, but all the commissioners. And Sam Owens, he's very familiar with us. In fact, he refused to meet with me on several occasions.
And what's your last name?
Yeah. It's Reuben spelled B-R-E-W-T-O-N.
I do plan.
Are you in District 4?
No.
Be glad.
Yes.
This happened 3 months ago. You know, this is election year. Now we're questioning the timing of this event. And I just honestly feel it's been a little attack. That's terrible. That's my honest opinion. You know, but I know she's going to get through this. Again, we hope that she can run for re-election to continue to this speak.
They're letting South Cobb slide off into the abyss.
Any other questions?
Organization.